And we're back. Welcome, everyone, to episode 13 of A to Z Sports Talk. I'm AJ here with Zach and Conlon. For our YouTube viewers, I hope you enjoyed our new and improved intro video. We have a lot on deck to talk about today, so we're excited to share it all with you guys. And this episode actually includes our first ever interview, which was a lot of fun and very interesting to learn about the culture changes and basketball differences with our friend Tom. But to get us started,
From France.
From France, yes. How are the boys doing?
Doing great. First week back after spring break last week, so been really have had a lot of work to do, which kind of sucks. But other than that, it's been good. It's going to be a very busy final stretch until I graduate. I know it's the same for Common. We've been talking about it.
Yeah, I mean, very busy right now. Been working on, I have like three final projects too, like within 3 days of each other. It's insane. But yeah, no, it's been good. Been doing well. We went out last night, had a good time for it's 50 days till graduation. So a couple of bars in the area had deals and stuff for seniors. So it was actually a ton of fun. Can't really think of anything else that to update on.
I'm playing in a intramural spike ball tournament tomorrow. It's like pool play on tomorrow, Saturday, and then they seed us single game elimination Sunday. And like me and my roommate who are partners, we have not played spike ball in like a month. So we were very worried.
Yeah. I miss playing it all the time. I remember us over the summers we would play it, but I haven't played it in probably 2 years.
I've played it so
Yeah,
much since
same.
being here.
Yeah.
Well, like I have the net, so
Yeah.
We have bookstore basketball, which is like the biggest outdoor basketball tournament in the US, I think.
how was your
So it's
match
just like,
against the Brotherhood?
yeah, it's just a bunch of student teams. And so we have I don't know exactly what it's called, but students, like grad students who are becoming priests, I guess. So yeah, we played the Brotherhood the other day. And we won. We didn't play outdoor though because it was like pouring rain and thunderstorming, and you can like move locations. So we just played inside instead of rescheduling. We whooped them. Took it to them in their own house. Yep. Not even divine intervention could help them out. So
What'd you
yeah,
guys think? What'd you guys think about the interview with Tom? I didn't really get to talk to you guys about it much.
I liked
It
it.
was
It was really
awesome.
interesting. Yeah.
He's funny too. It
He's
was cool just
hilarious,
learning
man.
about how different it is over in France than in the US.
Yeah. We can get us started here though with the Did You See It's of the week. I guess I'll just do mine because I think we might all have the same one. But if you didn't see this, you're probably living under a rock, I would imagine. Will Smith smacked the snot out of Chris Rock.
Oh yes, that was not one of mine.
Okay.
I didn't have that either, just because I assumed
Real or fake?
saw that. Oh, it was real.
It was real. Yeah.
I think real too.
When I saw it the first time, I thought it was fake, and then whenever I saw that he was like yelling at him,
Yeah, the extended clip.
yeah, then I was
Well,
like, yeah, it's
that
got
was
to
the
be
first
real.
time I saw it, so I was like, that's real.
Yeah.
And also because you can tell, I mean, obviously he's a fantastic actor, but you could tell like the wires crossed, and
Mhm.
he was super pissed.
The funny thing is when Chris Rock said the joke, Will Smith was laughing at first.
I know. Yeah.
Man. But I
Cr-
thought Chris Rock could have just absolutely destroyed Will Smith,
Mhm.
and he started to too, where he started like kind of mumbling. He's like,
And then he's
oh,
like, no. Yeah.
oh, he's like, I could, and then he's like, oh, no. So
No, he took it like a champ. Like
yeah.
he didn't let it
Chris Rock
escalate.
won.
And,
He
yes,
he
totally.
literally had his hands behind the back, took the slap, didn't even like touch his face, and then just continued going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, how do you bounce back after that happens? I like it's completely awkward and
then he wins the Oscar for Best Actor right after that.
yeah. But that was the only Did You See It I had. Again, I'm sure everybody in the world saw that. But Zach, you got one or two for us here?
Yeah, I got two. I'll do the one that I'm not going to share my screen to show everyone. I think I sent both of these to you guys, but my first one is Texas Tech beating Texas on a walk-off. They stole home to walk off the game. The Texas pitcher, he came into his came set and he was just like looking at the ground, and then the guy just ran and scored. Like he he didn't even throw the ball to home. Like he looked up and the guy was slid into home.
Yeah.
Which I've never seen that before. I don't think really anyone's ever seen that before. And then my second, I'll share my screen, is this one. I showed you this, guys. Do you guys see it?
I don't think so.
You
I don't
don't
think
see
I
my
saw this.
screen?
I see the screen. Yeah.
Yeah. So Mohamed Salah, Egypt versus Senegal. Yeah, Senegal, I think. Yeah.
Wait, I saw this. I didn't see the caption. I didn't realize it was the laser pointer thing.
Oh, yeah. It was laser pointers, like World Cup on the line, and he missed the penalty.
Oh
And
my
it's not
gosh.
just one. I'll rewind it for it's like a
like
thousand.
18.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
There's like here, I'll go down and show you this picture. There's another one where like look at them all. Like Mohamed Salah may have to go to an eye doctor. I think he may have but then look at all of them around.
Wow.
Ridiculous.
It's incredible.
So they didn't qualify then?
No, Egypt's not in it.
Wow.
Speaking of World Cup, US qualified.
Did you
And
see they're in a group with England, either Iran and then either Wales, Ukraine, or Scotland, I think is the last one.
Correct.
So hopefully Scotland. That'd be nice.
Throwback. US versus Britain.
Have you guys been
Revolutionary
following
War.
like Premier League at all?
Not a whole lot, but a little bit.
Okay, just a little bit for me too. I know we haven't talked about it yet on here. But yeah, I don't know if you guys.
We really haven't talked about it at all, have we?
No.
Yeah. We'll talk about the World Cup though. It is going on during NFL season, so hopefully they don't schedule it on like a Sunday because I bet no one will watch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think we didn't talk much about the Premier League because we thought the race was pretty much over. I think we talked about it briefly one episode. It was like 14 points or something.
Mm-hmm.
Man City was up, but they've struggled recently, and Liverpool's they're in really good form, and they play each other coming up like I don't know, a week, 2 weeks. So, and I think it's a 1 point race right now. So,
and Chelsea's right behind them, right?
They have no chance of winning. I don't think.
They don't. Okay.
I don't think they're close to them. They were number one at the beginning of the season, and they kind of lost some steam.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think they, unless there's like a total disaster at the top, like between Liverpool and Man City. Chelsea doesn't have a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, also, yeah, I don't have my earbuds again, so I left them. I didn't have them for the interview with Tom, but I left them charging in one of my classrooms.
Mm.
So I went back to try to find them, and they weren't there. And I went and checked the lost and found, and also were not there. So someone just like boomed my earbud. So sucks.
Gotta go purchase them.
It actually reminds me. So you're saying someone stole it?
Yeah, I guess.
So
they literally had the charger with them too. I'm like, bruh.
Yeah. Well, I was at the Blues game Monday night, and we're having a good time, and got some poutine. I don't know if you guys have had poutine before, but we got poutine, St. Louis poutine. I mean, it's not the best of the best, but
I think I've had that.
Well, the poutine I've had came from our dining hall, so
there you go. There you go.
The best either.
But Hannah wanted to go down and take a couple of because we took 3 people that have never seen a hockey game before, and they all 3 absolutely loved it. But we took them down, and I was watching the game. I don't like missing parts of the game when I'm there. So Hannah obviously didn't care as much, so she went down and wanted some ice cream.
Pull her out.
She didn't want to, or she wanted some ice cream, so she took my card. Didn't think anything of it. She comes back. Have I told you guys this already?
No.
Okay.
No.
She comes back. She gives me my wallet. I put my wallet under my seat. We're fine. The game ends. The Blues win 4-1 against the Canucks. We're walking down, walking almost like near the entrance, and I was like, I should check my wallet. I think I have a little bit of OCD. I like everything being exact. So sometimes she puts my debit card in my wallet upside down, and it drives me insane. So I was
Sounds
like
you have OCD, yeah.
I think it is. So I take my wallet out and I check it, and my card's not in the spot. And I'm like, oh man. So then I'm like, sometimes she puts it in a different spot. So I'm looking around. I can't find anything. I have a bunch of stuff in my wallet. I need to clear it out anyway. And then I asked her, and she has no idea. And then the three people we were with, they had no idea. So we went to the lost and found area. They hadn't found anything. We waited like 30 minutes. We wanted to go back up and check. Maybe we left it in a card holder, but they would probably have maybe left it on like a counter or something. But they closed off where we couldn't go back up. So now I'm like semi freaking out a little bit. I'm like, okay, I gotta like freeze my card or something. So I called where my bank is here, and I froze my card, and I got a new one. But so my debit card was either stolen or lost, or
You have to change your PIN.
I don't think I have to. But at first I was like, because Hannah called the people, and I'm like, is this like some kind of scam? But then they told me like my last three purchases, and I was like, okay, they're trustworthy.
LeBron jersey.
Oh man. But no, yeah, I'm getting a new card. So right now I can't pay for anything. So Hannah's been kind of carrying the load there, but
you should just always say you don't have your card.
I had like fraud on my card back in like October, and I ordered a new card. So I like froze mine, ordered a new card, and it was supposed to be like 3 weeks or so. It didn't come. And then I called, and they're like, "Oh, we forgot to like basically order you a card. Like it just didn't go through." So then they reordered it. That one, I guess, got lost in the mail. So I was without a debit card for like 3.5 months. And I was just like, anytime I needed anything, I'd have to go to the bank, get cash, and then like just go to the store or whatever it was. It was like, it's just so frustrating. I didn't have a debit card until sophomore year of college. So I'm like, how did I used to do this?
Yeah.
I guess I didn't really have to like buy groceries or pay for gas when I was living on campus, but it was just, oh my gosh.
Did you see it this week, Conlon?
Yeah. So what was it? Let me have it on my phone. I know what it is. I just want to get the dates right. I guess a week ago today, actually, they published an article in a couple science journals and stuff where microplastics were found in human blood for the first time, which isn't really surprising to me, because it's been a few years where they know it's it's obviously in the ocean, things like that, and it gets into fish. So if you're eating fish, you're eating plastic essentially, but it's circulating like in humans now, and it's staying in the blood. And with fish, it happens. I mean, it goes like they eat it, and then it goes like from their stomach to their like anywhere basically. So like their liver, try to filter it out, kidneys, and then even like the actual fish like that you eat. So yeah, it's I assume it's doing basically the same thing in people, and so we'll see how interesting that or like what kind of effects that has.
Thank God I don't eat fish.
Yeah, but well, it's not. I don't think it's really just fish. I think there's a lot of other things that kind of have that problem.
What about cows?
Plastic is
like ground beef.
Plastic is just everywhere now. It's like so bad.
If you eat pork, you probably do, because pigs will eat anything.
Yeah. Yeah, that was mine. That's what I jumped to.
So for those that don't know, March includes March Madness. So the Final Four is this weekend.
But it's April.
Technically it is. I guess April Fools. I'll use that here.
Yeah.
No. So the Final Four is this weekend. Sadly, last weekend in the Elite Eight, St. Peter's was eliminated. So that Cinderella story has ended. But we do get a cool matchup on Saturday evening with Duke
8:29 or 8:49.
Yes.
Some weird time. And
it is, yeah. We get Duke and North Carolina and Coach K's little last dance here, which I think is really fitting.
First time they've ever played in the tournament against each other.
Crazy.
The third most regular season matchups without meeting in the tournament.
It's crazy.
Like all time.
Do you guys have a prediction on who's going to win that?
Oh, I want North Carolina.
Do you think North Carolina?
I actually do, just because, one, they've been playing incredible. They've been shooting the lights out. I I know it is harder to shoot in like those big stadiums just because like there's nothing behind it like a depth perception, but I think they'll be fine. I think they're just playing really good. I just like North Carolina because I think I said this before. They really emphasize rebounding and fast breaks, which I think they're really good at. They just can't get into foul trouble or they have no one on their bench. But at the same time, Duke's like hitting their stride too. So hopefully it's going to be like a super entertaining, close game, like high intensity. Hopefully a little chippiness to get it even more intense.
Yeah,
and just see what happens.
I think my little note I wrote down here is I do think Duke will win because I think Banchero is going to have a tremendous game. But if I would be surprised if North Carolina won, the way they have to win is they need Caleb Love to shoot like he has a couple of times in this tournament.
Or
like
RJ Davis.
I put RJ too, yeah.
You know who's actually leading their team in scoring?
Is it Manic?
Yeah, Brady Manic.
Yeah, he's been going. He's literally every time it leaves his hand, it looks like it's going in.
He's a super good shooter. He has such a quick release.
I think Caleb Love and RJ Davis, when they play well enough, are better than the Duke guards, Wendell Moore and Jeremy Roach. But Banchero and Mark Williams are just so big and athletic. That's why I think they will win. But again, if Caleb Love and RJ Davis shoot the lights out, I mean, I think Duke's going to win in a very close one, but it's going to be close.
I think the biggest X factor that we have not mentioned on North Carolina is Leaky Black. He's like an incredibly good defender, and they put him on Banchero. And I don't know how good Banchero played when they met, but they lost. So,
yeah. Anything from you, Conlon? You got who do you got winning?
I have North Carolina just because I don't trust either of them, but I thought Duke would lose earlier just because they're pretty young, and I think North Carolina, when they put it all together, like they've been shooting well, and you've seen they've played really, really well this tournament.
They've been like non-selfish too. They have a ton of assists.
Yeah,
and I mean, I watched them play in the ACC tournament, and it was the same way. And so they've been clicking for a while now, and yeah, so I have UNC. I think
both teams aren't very deep at all. North Carolina runs 6, maybe 7 guys, and Duke's been running 6 or 7 too. So you're going to see the same guys out there.
Duke has better subs though. Like they have Trevor Keels on the bench. Who's
definitely
really
He started to begin the year.
Yeah, he hit like 6 threes against us when they played Clemson.
So we disagreed on that matchup, but I think we'll all agree on this next one. Kansas plays Villanova. Who you guys got there?
Villanova. Hate Kansas. I do not want Kansas to win. They're the one team I do not want to win the championship. Anyone else can win.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I want Villanova to win, but I don't think they will.
I'm with Conlon. I want Villanova to win, but I think Kansas will be too much. They're a little deeper. Villanova's running 6 guys, and then one of their guys did something to his Achilles last game.
He tore it.
Yeah, he's
getting surgery. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's
I'm
done.
Is he not their leading scorer?
I thought Gillespie was.
Gillespie, I think, is, but he's up there.
Yeah, I mean, I know he's a starter. I think he's one of their top players.
I think it'll be closer than. Like, if I just looked at the matchup, I think Kansas would blow them out. But I think Jay Wright's such a good coach for Villanova. I think he's going to find a way to keep it closer. I do have Kansas winning, though.
Their teams are always unselfish, too. Like, they pass it around. They always just seem like high percentage shots.
Yeah, they do. I think one of you guys brought the stat a few weeks ago. They lead the league in free throw shooting, I believe. Or the country. So
yeah, that I like.
And then after that, so Zach, you have Villanova, North Carolina, right?
I want North Carolina to win it all. North Carolina or Villanova. Honestly, any team can win it, just not Kansas.
Yeah.
I really don't want Kansas to win.
I'm with you guys there. We all agree on that. So who do you guys have winning it all, though? I'm gonna pick Duke to win it all over Kansas.
I picked North Carolina. I did. On ESPN, you can do from like the Sweet 16, you can do like a second chance bracket. I picked North Carolina to win, so going with them.
Nice. Yeah, I got North Carolina too.
Is that the highest seed that's ever won then? Because they're an 8 seed.
I thought an 8.
It was UConn was 7. I think.
I thought UConn was 8.
UConn was 7, I believe.
Really?
I think they played.
I thought an 8 or 9 1.
No, I'm pretty sure it's 7.
Because they played against Kentucky, right? In that championship.
Yeah.
It was with Shabazz Napier.
Yeah.
That is not what I'm looking for. The Final Four has had an 11 seed.
Loyola a couple of years ago.
See.
VCU, George.
VCU, that's right. George Mason. Yeah.
No. So the highest seed to ever make the championship is an 8. Why is this so difficult? We can keep going. I'll find it.
Did you guys think the Elite Eight games were incredibly boring?
They were. Mostly because I was hoping St. Peter's would put up a fight.
I after the beginning
really
of the game,
got
like
blown
they're
out.
done. I didn't even watch like half the game.
Baycott was an extreme mismatch. I think he had like 23 rebounds or something crazy.
Which doesn't make sense because Purdue had like 2 big guys. Like, how the heck did they lose?
In that game, Zach Edey, the 7'4" guy for Purdue, had 0 rebounds in the first half. Like going into the second half, they showed a stat he had like 7 points, 0 rebounds.
He just can't move.
Yeah,
the ball literally has to go straight to him.
Mm-hmm. They had a chance there at the end though. Jaden Ivey, were you watching it? Did you get to see it?
I saw the like a highlight of him missing.
Yeah,
I don't think I saw it in person.
He got it was a deep look, but it was a good look. But yeah, he just shot a little right. Any update, Conlon?
Yeah, Villanova won as an 8 seed in 1985.
Boom, knew it.
Wow. What was the UConn one? Was that a 7 seed?
That was the first year of the tournament, I believe.
Okay.
So, I believe UConn was a 7 seed when they won.
Yeah, I believe so too. Do you guys have anything else Final Four wise? So you have UNC, and then I have Duke winning it all, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. UConn was the only 7 seed to ever win the title.
Oh, that's probably what you saw. Like, they're the only 7 seed.
Yeah. MLB wise, we got some crazy news going on here. The King is back in St. Louis.
The King, the machine. Come on,
King.
AJ.
Yeah, he's the King.
The man.
King.
Alberto, Fat Albert.
Yeah, it's great to have him back. The first I did, you guys will probably make fun of me here.
Did you tear up?
I teared up a little bit.
A little bit. Got a little emotional seeing him walk in.
Yeah.
Honestly, when I see it, when I go to a game this year, may start crying.
It's gonna be close, man. But the first time he's in the lineup, the Cardinals get fired up and scored 29 runs on the Nationals, which is kind of crazy.
I'm glad we got Albert because he's just gonna be our hitting coach.
Seriously.
Hopefully.
He's good against lefties. You could use him against lefties. If you ever need to give Goldie a day off, you can use him there.
I want to say I saw he batted almost 300 versus lefties last year.
He had the same exact stats as Jose Abreu did against lefties for the White Sox, who's always like an MVP candidate. So, I mean, he's still got it.
You got to hit against a righty in spring training. So
there you go. Zach alluded to it a couple weeks ago, how he's slimmed down, which he definitely has. He looks in pretty good shape.
He lost like 20 pounds, I think.
Mm-hmm. So it's going to be great to see him. Did you guys see his like press conference thing?
I saw a little bit. I don't think I watched the whole thing.
Yeah,
but I think
Marmol.
I think he just gave those 20 pounds to Yachty though.
Seriously, bro. Yeah, Yachty's looking a little chunky out here. He did had a homer the other day. So that I was telling somebody that's like my one thing. If Yachty puts on weight, the power will be there. But we mentioned it a couple weeks ago. He always comes into camp like slimmer than he usually is. Not the case this year.
I think the one I was looking at the stats of how we've been performing in spring training, just player stats. And like all our position player starters are hitting like amazing. Goldie's hitting 500. The surprise is Paul DeYoung's hitting 500, 2 home runs, like 9 RBIs. Bader's hitting over 300.
O'Neill's hasn't done great. He had a couple hits yesterday though.
Arenado's like 280 maybe.
It also helped that everyone was 4 for 4 in that 29 run game.
Yeah, seriously. So last night I texted you two and I said like I showed you guys like Paul DeYoung had a 3-run homer, and Zach alluded to like how pitching is our problem. And so for our pitching to be, and I agree, pitching is the problem. For our team to be able to make a playoff push for a World Series this year, we're going to need either Flaherty to get healthy and be like he was, or we're going to need a guy to step up. We're going to need a Steven Matz to be like he was when the Mets made the World Series a few years ago in 15. They need Michaelis. Maybe, I mean, he's not going to be his 18-4. Like I saw that stat the other day and I forgot how good he was.
He was an all-star his first year with us.
Exactly. So you're either going to need him to be closer to that than what he has been the last year and a half. And then Dakota Hudson coming back. He's a huge question mark. But I have huge expectations for Dakota Hudson. And
Same.
Jordan Hicks looked filthy yesterday. And I don't know how you guys feel about him being a starter, because I was against it, but
he didn't throw that many balls. There was something he didn't get behind, I think. I don't know. There's some stat I saw.
What's the phrase, like creatures of habit? Is that the phrase for like what pitchers are? Like they have to be on a schedule. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Whatever that phrase is, I think that's it. They were talking about how if Jordan Hicks is a starter with his injuries that he's had, if he's on a every 5th day basis and he knows what he's going to do, and like he's not coming in and throwing every other day or maybe 2 days in a row, maybe that'll help his injury status, which when I thought about that, I was like, that's kind of interesting. And maybe that's one of those guys you piggyback with somebody else.
Yeah.
But
if he's like can last a lot of pitches, I know they try to lengthen him out whenever he was getting healthy last year and over the off season. Like, sure, why not? Like Drew Verhagen is not going to be our 5th starter. If he is, I'm personally go to Mo's house and burn his house down.
Yeah, AJ, you said you thought one of those things needed to happen. I think 2 of those things need to happen for us to have a chance.
Yeah. If we get Flaherty back, you think just one of them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think Hicks needs to have a good year.
Yeah.
It really sucks that Reyes has to go down until like July.
But even if Hicks is in the bullpen, that strengthens our bullpen.
Yeah.
I think our bullpen pitchers been pitching good. I haven't watched a ton of spring training. I get like updates who scores.
Yeah. I've watched just a couple of the games. But they've been doing decent. I think Gallegos is like in the 3 ERAs.
How's McFarland doing?
He actually has struggled a little bit, especially 2 days ago.
I didn't know if he was going to be a one-season wonder.
I really hope not. But again, he has little room for error. He doesn't have put away stuff. So, I mean, he's got to keep it down in the zone, or if he leaves it up at all, he's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
We did get this one guy. Like Cardinals keep getting these guys. And Zach and I think talked about it a couple weeks ago that like their past stats are all like 5 ERAs. Like Verhagen had like a 5 ERA. They got a guy named Packy Naughton who was like a 6
Sweet
ERA.
name, though.
It's an amazing name. But he's going to AAA. And then they got a guy named Aaron Brooks. I don't know if you guys saw him at all, but he's in conversation for the 5th starter spot as well. He pitched for the A's a little bit. But yeah, we really
I say just give it to Woodford. He pitched okay at the end of the year.
I'm not against that at all.
Let's put Oviedo, see if he can get his first win.
Oh my God. Did he never get it?
No. The one game he like almost got it is when our bullpen fell apart. We were up like 6 runs or something. And
was it against the Cubs? Was it that one? We gave up like 6 in like the 9th inning.
There was I was at that game.
Okay.
We literally walked 4 straight people home or something. That was rough.
Yes.
But I know they're emphasizing obviously throw strikes because we led the majors in walks last year.
Yeah. I don't even think about that when I think about Cardinals baseball, because I just remember like what happened last, and that was us going on like a 17-game winning streak and making the postseason. I don't remember until now when you bring it up, like how much of a struggle that was like halfway through the year.
Meltdowns, yeah.
Oh my God, it was.
Have you guys seen the top 100 players list that MLB is coming out with at all?
Yeah, I kind of looked a little bit at it.
I haven't looked a whole lot at it. I saw Flaherty
Oh, I can
was
share
like
my
in
screen and put it on there.
yeah.
Sure. Also,
I saw-
while you're pulling that up, another going to high school baseball. But shout out to my little brother. He's
Yes,
I
sir.
guess
Yeah.
what 8-9 games this year.
He's batting like
already?
500, isn't he?
He's batting 550 with like a 650 on base percentage.
That's sweet. Is he a sophomore? Correct.
He's got 9 RBIs. I think it's 7 games. He's a junior.
Junior.
But this is like last year's season was kind of canceled basically.
Yeah.
And so he's got 7 runs and 9 RBIs in 7 games.
Good for him.
Yeah, I think they are 3-4 right now, so they're struggling a little bit. But
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah,
if anyone
he
hasn't
must be
heard,
just
Washington
mashing
High
the
School
ball.
is getting a whole new or their own baseball field built.
Wow.
Yep.
And
What
softball.
what
a
position
long
is
time
Hannon?
coming.
Yes.
What position is Hannon?
Third primarily.
Okay.
All right, here's the list. You guys see this?
Yeah.
Yep.
I already
Right
see
here.
one name that I don't like on there. but-
Right here, he should not be. I don't know if you guys want to say like too high or too low. I always
Uh-huh.
get like mixed up in these lists. Like I
Yeah,
don't think
I know.
I think he should be not this low.
lower on the list. There's
I
one name.
think Burns should be higher or lower.
No,
Because he
higher.
literally won
Say
the
higher.
Cy.
Higher is better.
Higher. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, higher. I agree with that. I think the Kyle Tucker craze that I keep seeing is kind of
He
blowing
did.
my
He
mind.
did have a really good season last year.
Yeah. I don't
This
know.
guy, hate him.
Yes, I'm not a fan.
Bregman. Oh yeah, not everyone can see my screen. Alex Bregman is ranked 29.
Paul Goldschmidt was on there. That's a good.
Yeah, Goldie is
Cardinal.
ranked 27th.
Okay.
Arenado's not on here yet. He's probably going to be coming up, I'm assuming.
Wait, what was he last year? Goldie. What did it say?
32.
32. Okay.
So, do you guys think he's better than Matt Olson?
Yes.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I do.
Interesting.
I just Corey Seager ranked that high just makes me mad a little bit.
Yeah.
Wander Franco, I think he's ranked too high.
Yes.
He only
for
played
what
like
he's-
90 games.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Bo Bichette, honestly, I'd say is better than Seager.
See, going back to what I said about Kyle Tucker, I think pretty much almost all those guys between 31 and 40.
Yeah.
I think most of those guys I would take over Kyle Tucker.
Really?
Yeah. If Buxton's healthy, he's a top 20 player.
Yeah. That's always been his problem.
If you go down a little bit, we had Tyler O'Neill as 42nd.
Yes, 42nd.
Which is nice. Who else is on that list? Brian Reynolds, good that he got some love there. I don't know if that's too high or what.
Wait, where's he at?
43.
Oh, yeah. They have a lot of outfielders who had breakout seasons last year.
Yeah.
O'Neill, Reynolds, and Mullins.
Little sleeper MVP pick, Brian Reynolds.
Yeah.
There you go. I would take Reynolds and I love Starling Marte, but I would take O'Neill and Reynolds over Marte.
I love Cedric Mullins too.
Mm-hmm. He's good. Jose Abreu too, man.
Yeah.
These lists are always.
Did you know
whack,
Jose
but-
Abreu's like super old?
Yeah, he came over
He
here.
was like a rookie and he was like 28 or something.
Yes.
That like threw me for a loop whenever I saw his age and he was like 35 and he won the rookie of the year like not that long ago. I think Lewis Robert for the White Sox is going to go off this year.
It still blows my mind that you pronounce it Robert. Like that's actually how you're supposed to pronounce it.
What?
It feels like it should be Robert or something like that. Does it not? Like for him being a Hispanic guy, Luis Robert. I don't know. It just feels like doesn't feel right.
Not think about that.
Who else here? Brandon Crawford was unranked last year. He did come off a bad year before last.
Like last year was probably his career best year.
Yes,
He
it
never
was.
really was he was a good defender, not a great like hitter.
Josh Hader, Lance Lynn getting some love on there.
AJ's favorite player.
I love Lance Lynn. Salvi Perez deserves to be a little higher on this list.
Yeah, I would agree. He popped off last year.
Any list that doesn't have him as a top 2 catcher in baseball is a bad list.
This is my hot take. I know people love Javier Baez. Low-key, like 90s are not even on the list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He hits 240, has an on base of like 280, and his defense sucks.
He makes flashy, amazing plays, and that's what people like. But yeah, I agree. He's too I don't know what the word is. Just kind of crazy in the field.
My favorite thing is his nickname is El Mago, which is like the wizard or something.
The magician.
Yeah, magician.
Yeah.
And my favorite video is he gets this ground ball and he throws it. I think it was when they played the Cardinals, and it goes probably like 20 feet over the first baseman's head into the crowd. And someone tweeted, he's like, El Mago. He makes the Cardinals mysteriously get more runs.
Yeah. No, he's definitely an all or nothing at the plate too. I think you could throw him 3 straight sliders away, and I think you get him out 98% of the time.
I do that on MLB The Show when I face him. I just throw all breaking balls and
Me
he
too.
swings.
Yep.
Like
Joey
Ketel Marte,
Votto.
he's better than Javier Baez. I think Ketel Marte is a very underrated player.
Mm-hmm. I think Jake Cronenworth is overrated.
Yeah,
just
I'd
a
say
little
so.
bit.
Randy,
God's
be nice if we had him on our team.
Yeah, man.
Our outfield's pretty good though.
It is.
Yeah.
Good to see Joey Votto bounce back. I hate.
I don't
Joey
like
and
Joey Votto too much.
I hate him and love him at the same time. I love how he plays the game, but I hate that he's a red. And
I agree.
Kyle Schwarber on there.
Yeah, Schwarber just hits bombs.
Yeah. There's Flaherty.
Jack
at
Flaherty
86.
made it 86.
A little down from last year.
Like he played half he barely did anything last year, so surprising he's on it.
Lance McCullers is interesting. The dude's always injured, but when he's healthy, he's nasty.
Jonathan India, he was really good. He won Rookie of the Year last year.
Definitely.
Waino
Cruz still on there.
Yeah, Nelson Cruz. I
Great
think
to see
Wainwright
Waino
should
on
be
there.
above Flaherty, in my opinion. He pitched 3.07 ERA.
Yeah.
And literally carried us, and Flaherty pitched like 8 games.
Yep.
And then it's kind of funny. 2 previous MVPs, Cody Bellinger and Christian Yelich.
That's wild.
99 and 100.
So there's one guy on that list that I would put a lot higher. Can you guess who I'm talking about there?
In this part right here?
In that little section, yeah.
Are they a pitcher or a hitter?
They're a position player, yeah.
Whit Merrifield?
Yes, I would put Whit much higher than 96.
Do you think Bader should be in the top 100?
No. But if he has a great offensive year this year, I think he can. I think he could. Interesting. Yeah, so they haven't come out with the top, 20?
They haven't come out with – they've only gotten to 20. They haven't come up with the bottom 20 yet.
Okay. They usually disrespect Arenado a little bit, actually. They usually have him at like 16 or 15.
They disrespect every Cardinal player.
I think he's a top 10 MLB player. And also, I don't know if we talked about it a couple weeks ago, but like they had the top 10 at each position, and he was like 7th. Like, how is Arenado? I don't know. I don't get that. It's that shredder thing off MLB Network that like takes all the analytics and like twists them around. And
yeah, but if you look at like the actual analysts' rankings, their rankings are a lot better. I think there was one. Maybe it was. It was the Arenado. Everyone had him like 1 or 2, and then he was 7th.
Also,
or maybe that was Salvador Perez too.
Tyler O'Neill was there too, where the fan vote was number 1, and his real ranking was like 6th or something.
Yeah, that was the one.
Yeah. But opening day is next Thursday, April 7th. So Cardinals games at 3:15. I will definitely be tuning into that one. As should
it's right
everybody.
When I have lab.
Oh, is it really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang, bro. Thanks again to Tom for a great interview. We really enjoyed it. He seemed to enjoy it. When I talked to him yesterday, he was really talking highly of both you guys. So we'll definitely have him on here again in the future. But moving on to our tier list here, we've kind of been slacking on the tier list.
We've been hitting at this for like a month now, and it's finally here. What the people want.
So today's is fast food. Zach just like rammed his elbow against the desk. It looked.
I did. It really didn't hurt that bad. It's just like kind of like when you hit something, you just have to say "ow." I don't know.
Yeah. Preparing for the what is going to come type thing. So let's start off with McDonald's here.
Okay.
What's our tiers?
Same thing. So S is superior, the best of the best, and then you have A, B, C, D, F, and then you don't have to do like one for each. Like you could have multiple S's or multiple A's, whatever.
Okay.
We're doing it on.
Wait,
three,
is there
or?
an E or not? A, B, C, D, F.
Yeah,
like
A, B, C,
school?
D, F. Yeah, like school.
Okay.
You guys want to do it on 3, or do you guys want to do it
We have.
individually?
Sorry, I was like base. So do we have just A, B, C, D, E, F?
Not
A-
E.
Not E.
And then
There's no like special top tier like an
we have S. We have an S.
It's S.
It's like what we did for candy or
Yeah.
no snacks.
Snacks. Yeah.
I was looking at one of those, like I was trying to create like a little template so we could just like move them around.
I've seen those. Yeah.
Mm.
Are you guys
what we
ready?
got? McDonald's first.
Yep. 3, 2, 1.
B.
D.
You guys say D?
Yeah.
Wow.
It would be an F if they didn't have their breakfast. Their McGriddles hit different.
Wow. That actually surprises me.
But like their burgers and everything else, there's so
Oh.
much better places that are way better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really don't ever eat at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They do have some banging cookies though, and their pies.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mess with their pies.
They have like, I remember a holiday pie that they have like with a cream cheese filling. That's what like my go-to.
Oh, I've never had that. That does not sound pleasant. No, it's just like their apple pies. Those go hard. So
The
I
next
just
one
basically
here,
like their breakfast.
anything
hash
besides the
browns.
McGriddle.
I
what's
like
it
the
called?
biscuits. I like sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit. And I like their hash browns. Just McGriddle, biscuit, and hash brown. That's about it.
AJ,
There's no-
what did you say? Did you
I
say
said a
it's
B. I
you
said
said
B.
B.
All right.
Again, I haven't eaten there. I grew up as like a really chubby kid. And so like halfway through high school, I told myself I'm going to lose weight and I'm going to stop eating McDonald's. Like that was the one thing I told myself I'm not going to eat. So I've had it twice since like freshman year of high school. But just going off memories of how much I loved it. The next one here is Burger King.
All right. I got my answer.
Okay.
Yeah, I got mine too.
3, 2, 1,
F.
D.
D.
Okay, good.
I don't
I
don't
think-
I don't remember the last time I've eaten at Burger King.
Me
I think
neither.
Burger King's slightly better than McDonald's.
Huh. I don't. I'm not against the F at all.
Like overall, I think they're just a little bit better.
hmm
And they have the cool King hats.
Yeah.
that should count for something.
I'd rather have like a Burger King burger or a Burger King chicken sandwich than like either of those two things from McDonald's.
I think this is going to be our lowest ranking of the list because the rest of them are pretty good.
Okay.
The next one is
They're all
Taco
gonna be
Bell.
sushi places.
No sushi places. No, Taco Bell's the next one.
You guys probably know my ranking.
Okay.
I'm ready.
All right, 3, 2, 1.
F.
C.
I don't like
Okay.
Taco Bell.
I knew the F was coming.
I haven't had Taco Bell since high school. I think we talked about this before, but
Yeah,
we used to go after like basketball games and stuff. It's like cheap. It's just, I mean, it's hot, cheesy food. It's not that bad. It's just like you feel like an absolute turd after you eat it.
yes.
I've had probably the most Taco Bell recently, which still is like not that much, just because Kaylee likes it. So I'll just get like a chicken quesadilla
hmm
or something.
Yeah, I haven't had it in a long time either. That was like one of my big overrated things. I don't remember what list that was, but I called it really overrated a few episodes ago.
So what'd you guys say?
Go AJ.
I said C.
I said F. What'd you say? B? D?
I said B. Yeah.
B.
The next one here is Chick-fil-A.
Mm.
We good?
Yeah.
S.
S.
I put A, but I'm not against the S. Yeah, I was
So, yeah.
really. I have one here on here that is an S, so I felt weird putting two S's. But yeah, it's
I may
pretty
have
dang
multiple S's on here.
good.
I
Yeah,
was gonna say, yeah, I have a couple like fast food places that are just like head and shoulders above the rest.
I
for
just
me.
crave them.
hopefully I got them on that list here. The next one is Wendy's. Good. All right, 3, 2, 1, B.
B.
All right,
Cool.
cool. Right on.
What is yours? B, AJ?
Yeah, all B.
Nice.
Pizza Hut is the next one.
Pizza Hut.
I know.
Pizza. I haven't had Pizza Hut since like elementary school.
I was trying to decide
Same.
if I should do like Domino's or Pizza Hut. Like, which one would you guys prefer to do?
I eat
What about-
Domino's over
Can we
Pizza
do?
Hut.
What about Little Caesars?
Little Caesars?
Well, they had Little Caesars at school events.
I know, yeah. They're so cheap.
Emos.
I'd give Little Caesars an A.
Would you really?
It's $5 for a full pizza.
It's
Uh-huh.
not bad.
It's
No,
not
it's not
terrible
bad.
pizza either. Yeah. So
I give it a B. I give Little Caesars a B.
What about Papa John's? You guys like Papa John's?
I like Papa. They have like a really thick crust, don't they?
I like
Most
their
of them?
crust.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say I like their thin crust better.
Do you?
Mm.
Yeah.
What
But-
about now? I'm like really getting sidetracked here. Do you guys like filled crust, like cheesy crust?
Mm.
I probably haven't had it since I went to Pizza Hut in middle school.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's because whenever they first came up with the stuffed crust, I got like a couple, but it's obviously I don't eat there anymore and don't eat it, so it's not like it
Yeah.
stuck with me.
You guys have a ranking for Domino's or Pizza Hut?
Probably not Pizza Hut. Domino's. I'd rather have Little Caesars than Domino's.
Would you?
I'd give Domino's like a B. B or,
I
no,
agree.
A. Here's why. I just remembered this. If you get the pan pizza at Domino's, it's more expensive because it's like a little fancier. And you do like specialty pizza and you do Wisconsin 6 cheese and you add sausage to it. It is very good.
What's the Wisconsin 6 cheese? What's that?
It's like one of their special. It's like 6 different cheeses on it.
Oh, okay.
It's like one of their
So-
specialty pizzas. It's very good. So the
Papa
crust is
John's-
thicker.
I think. Actually, no. Little Caesars does like a pan pizza too, like
Mhm.
a thick pan pizza, and the cheese just gets like all crunchy and stuff. And it's not a $5 one, but that, oh my God, it's so good.
The next one I have on here is Chipotle.
I haven't had Chipotle in a while. Okay.
Hey,
All right. A.
I'll do B.
Okay.
B
It
or
was my
C.
S. It was my S.
Oh, really?
you actually at Chipotle can get more food for like $8 than any other fast food place.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Have you guys had Moe's?
No.
Yes, I have.
Yeah.
I like Moe's better than Chipotle.
Have you had
Wait,
Mod?
no, I have not. Never mind.
It's like Moe's Southwest Grill.
No, I'm not.
Have you
get
guys
your
had Mott's
chips.
pizza?
You get chips along with it.
No.
You don't have to pay extra for it. So it's a score.
I've seen Moe's, but I've never had Moe's.
It's good. I highly recommend it. They
Zach,
have one
have
here
you-
in Clemson. I've had it a couple of times. It's really good.
Have you had Mod's pizza, Zach?
Nope.
Okay. I've had it one time and it was incredible. It's like a Subway for pizza. So you just go through the line and tell them what you want on it, and you get like your own pizza. Which
Yeah,
is
there's
kinda
one
cool.
here. It's called Your Pie. It's the kind of the same thing. You pick your sauce, your dough, your cheese, your meat,
Gotcha.
put it in the oven. Get your
I-
pizza pie. Yeah.
I have 3 more here. The next one is Sonic. I gave it a C.
I'd give that a D.
D.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not against that. Besides,
Especially
like
because the Sonic in Washington has closed due to health code violations a lot.
Mhm.
So
It's
Yes.
a sick place.
yes, the one in Union has closed because of that too. The next one on here is Steak and Shake.
I'll
gave
give it an
C.
A.
Okay.
Because whenever
I'd
I'm
probably-
craving steak and shake, it just hits different.
I'd probably go B.
Okay.
It's a little better than like McDonald's or like Burger King, but
Yeah.
it's
The
not,
Frisco melts are so good.
like, great.
Have you guys had
It's also-
Shake
I
Shack?
don't- Shake Shack, no.
I had it in Charlotte's airport.
That's an S for me. That's the best burger I've ever had in my life.
Really? From a fast
Yes.
food place?
Yes.
Come on, AJ.
And I have one more here. It's Lion's Choice. I gave it an A.
I would probably say an A.
I'll do B just because I haven't had it in like 5
Yeah,
years.
I haven't had it since high school.
Is there a couple other places? Because you guys were talking high.
Yeah,
I
Raising Cane's.
I was gonna say
Okay.
Raising Cane's and Culver's are both
Yes,
S for me.
B, exactly.
Okay.
The 3 fast food places, like I'll like if I go get fast food, it's 95% of the time it's gonna be Chick-fil-A, Culver's, or Raising Cane's.
Literally exactly the same.
So I did put Raising Cane's because I already had Chick-fil-A, but that was like one of the options. Also, Culver's is probably a D for me. And I know.
Are you
it's
high?
It's only because 2 times in a row in high school, I had what do they call it? Do they call it a concrete or a blizzard? Concrete?
Concrete.
I had hair in both of them. And not
So-
like one hair, like a good amount of hair.
Which
So,
location?
Eureka.
Huh. I always
So.
feel like Culver, like the 3 places I named too, always seem like more clean than the other
Yeah,
fast food
I
places
agree.
too.
So I went to Culver's since then, and it was pretty dang good.
I think Culver's has the best fast food burger. I stand by
It's pretty
that.
good.
It's so like small though. It's like
Mhm.
it's
You gotta
so
get the
skinny.
double.
Well, I got the triple. The problem with Culver's is it's like you go to this fast food place and you get your double burger, and then I always sub cheese curds for fries.
Oh,
right?
same. They're so good.
Always, definitely.
And then you always sub a drink for like a
A
concrete,
shake.
and then
Or
it's like your
concrete.
meal's $14, and you like for a fast food meal.
Yep.
So,
Their pumpkin spice milkshake though.
oh yeah, the fall is amazing because they do like salted caramel,
Mm.
pumpkin,
Yes.
something. I don't
I'm
know.
getting hungry.
Salted caramel cookie dough is probably the best they got.
Do you guys
Like
like Raising
all year
Cane's or
round.
Chick-fil-A more?
Raising. Oh, that's tough.
Chick-fil-A.
I love
Ju-
Cane's.
literally just because of options that you get.
I was gonna say, probably Cane's, but Chick-fil-A has a little more options.
Yeah, Chick-fil-A's the options, but Cane's you get a lot of food for the box combo, and then you can
Mhm.
switch out that coleslaw for bread, which I've done so many times.
That
I've
toast is
also
good.
I haven't been to Cane's that much recently because now that I can like actually cook, like I've learned how to cook in the last year since I'm living here, and I can like just fry my own chicken tenders and basically
Mhm.
make my own like fried chicken. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I can do it with like make a Chick-fil-A sandwich too. It's just a little different.
And you can make like your own cane sauce. It's like ketchup, mayonnaise, some pepper, Worcestershire sauce, and something else. But
Well,
the Cane's
next-
bread, so good.
Next week, I'll either bring another tier list or we'll have another game to introduce here. We do have 2 more sports to cover before we finish up here. I do have breaking news that just happened. Mets ace Jacob deGrom expected to miss significant time after being
Classic.
diagnosed with a stress fracture in his scapula. So nothing new from Jacob deGrom, sadly. But moving on to the
sucks.
yeah, kind of a downer. Moving on to the NHL. I did have a couple notes here for today. My main one here is the goal scoring race that's happening right now. So last night I had 49 here for Austin Matthews, but last night he scored his 50th. Leon Draisaitl has 49 and Chris Kreider has 46 for the Rangers. So that's going to come down to the very end. Coming down here. I went to the Blues game on Monday. Like I mentioned before, they won 4-1 against the Canucks, and then 4-3 in Vancouver against the Canucks on Wednesday night. So they've been playing better after the Blues had been slumping a little bit there for a while. Also, Minnesota Wild are red hot, so Blues are like fighting with them, and Nashville and Dallas is in there too. So we have to keep winning going because it's very possible we don't make a playoff spot. I mean, if we continue to slump.
Yeah, we'll make the playoffs, but I really don't want to be a wild card team
Mm-hmm.
because we're just gonna get throttled by Colorado.
I looked at the playoff standings for like the first time yesterday in like a month. Really keeping up track with it. And yeah, it's really close for the wild card races in the West. That was my take.
And the East is absolutely loaded, like completely all like the 8 playoff teams that are going to make it. We already know the 8, and they're just so loaded.
We've known those 8 for like 3 months.
Yes, exactly.
Ridiculous.
It's one of those things though. Like out of all those 8, I would probably say the Capitals are the weakest.
Yeah,
but they could bump off somebody in the first round, and I wouldn't be in shock.
Yeah, I would.
Is there the Panthers? Are you talking about Panthers?
Yeah, or Carolina. I don't think they'll beat
Okay.
either of those teams.
Do you have a favorite coming out of the East?
Oh God, like a favorite.
Yes.
hmm. Do you say yours first because I need to think.
I would say the Panthers. Especially they got Claude Giroux and Ben Sherratt now. So I know they had Ekblad go down.
I was just gonna say, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to pick against the Lightning, right? Because I mean they've won 2 in a row and they're probably one of the best coached teams in the league. But I think the Panthers, or I kind of want to say the Penguins, honestly.
They're hot. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean they've been really good. But anyone can win. I mean, New York definitely can too because they have the best goalie in the league. I mean, right now he's the best goalie in the league. But come playoff time, who knows what's going to happen? And then, so yeah, I think one of those 3 teams likely.
So I hate doing this, but I'm going to put you on the spot again here. All right. Do you have a favorite for the Hart Trophy, MVP trophy? Like just right off the top of your head, is there one guy that would stand out over the rest? Because it's tight.
It is, yeah.
I would lean towards Austin Matthews.
I would too, but
Shesterkin's up there. I saw Ryan Whitney's list, and he didn't have McDavid or Draisaitl on the list. He had Yossi, Shesterkin, Matthews, Makar. I don't remember the other one. Makar's having an outstanding season though.
I don't think he'll win though.
Yeah. I would lean towards Matthews as of right now. I mean, he might score 60 goals.
So. I would also lean towards him as well.
Okay.
Same.
And I had one other thing NHL wise, and it's a little like it's not as it's a lower quality team. Anaheim Ducks were kind of like fighting for a playoff spot. They were in the conversation there for a little while. They've lost 11 straight now. So they're completely out of it. Still, I watched them last night, actually, their game against the Stars, and they're still young and like exciting. Zegras and Milano, and they have young guys, but yeah, definitely not their year. Did you guys have anything else NHL wise?
No, I think Vegas is probably not. I don't think Vegas makes the playoffs,
which is crazy.
It's insane.
Coming into the season, I had high expectations for them.
Yeah, but the Kings have played really, really well lately. Like the last 6 weeks, 2 months, they've looked really, really good. And I don't know, Vegas just never really clicked. Granted, I mean, they still have a chance. There's still like 13, 14, 15 games left in the season, but we'll see.
Moving on to you guys' favorite sport of the week, some NBA talk here. I'm going to start off with my favorite team, and they're really clicking right now. The Raptors have won 4 straight.
Whoa. Already jumped off the bandwagon.
Who?
The Toronto Raptors. So yeah, they've always been, I mean, for the last year and a half, they've been my team that I've been following.
Wow. I'm gonna remember that.
Go, like, what are you talking about here?
Not the Lakers. Wow.
No, I'm not. I'm not a Lakers fan.
Mm.
No, never been a Lakers fan. When LeBron's gone, I will continue to not be a Lakers fan. So I can follow players, and not just teams for people out there to know. But no, the Raptors have won 4 straight. They're tied for the 5th seed. They can, like I've mentioned before, they can defend at a great level. They have guys that can slow down in the playoffs, like KD and Giannis and Tatum, because they're long and athletic. Boucher and Scotty Barnes and Pascal Siakam and Precious Achiuwa. I mean, they have guys. So they're tied for the 5th seed right now with Chicago, and it could easily be upset city come playoff time. But the top 4 seeds in the East are all within 2 games. Heat, Bucks, Sixers, Celtics. And a big storyline to keep an eye on is Kyrie is back. Mandate was lifted, so they're in the 8th seed right now, trailing the Cavs by 2 games, but they're another team that could knock off a 1 seed if they get hot. Anything you have to say East-wise?
Tight race. Aren't the Celtics number 1 now?
Yes, I think they just fell last night because they lost to somebody last night. But yeah, they're right there, which is a complete turnaround from where they were at during Christmas.
Isn't like the top 5 or 4 still like really close?
Yeah, it's all within two games.
I think either the top 4,
the top 4, 2.5 games in the East. So it's the Heat, Bucks, Celtics, Sixers.
Yeah.
I think the team that's going to come out of the East is either going to be one of those top 4 teams or the Nets.
Mm-hmm.
Chicago has no chance. Cleveland has no chance. All the other teams that I don't know who are in the play-in have no chance.
You don't think Toronto has a chance?
No,
to make it. They're young.
In the playoffs, you need like at least a guy who can score a little. Like they do share the ball a lot, but I don't think so.
Yep. Moving out west, I think the big storyline to keep an eye on is injuries. So Steph Curry's been out, and the Warriors have been just atrocious without him. They're falling fast. The Mavericks actually are in the 3 seed now. They've hopped over them. Luka's having a tremendous season. So West isn't looking as scary here. There's Utah Jazz are falling really hard. They lost 5 in a row. They're all the way down to the 6th seed. But here's some injuries. I mean, Steph Curry's out, John Morant's out, LeBron and AD will be back tonight, but they've been out. Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr. have obviously been out too.
Been out since like the beginning of the year.
Yeah, same with Kawhi. And then Paul George just returned.
Popped off
2 nights ago. Yeah, he had a tremendous game.
Clippers have been playing extremely well considering they have not had Kawhi and Paul George for basically the whole season.
Tyronn Lue has done a tremendous job. But that's all I had NBA wise. I want to finish it here with there's still games to be played, everybody. So there's LeBron and AD are back tonight. So we'll see. There's 6 games left. They're right. I think they're tied for the 10th spot right now.
Is Chris Paul hurt?
He just came back.
And I think it's funny the Memphis Grizzlies are 18-2 without John Morant.
That's crazy, isn't it? Extremely well coached. They're gritty and tough. But yeah, Ja's the guy they need to make it deep in the postseason, though. So they're going to need playoff basketball is different, just like every playoffs. Do you give LeBron and AD any chance to help the Lakers here?
No.
You don't think they can win a finals this year? Okay. But yeah, that's all I had in NBA.
The smartest player on the Lakers is Kendrick Nunn. Signed a contract, doesn't have to play.
Yeah, I see all these like memes of like him. Kendrick Nunn bumped his knee on the table out for the season, like all this stuff. But I have been a guy I kind of regret saying this, but like AD is soft because I don't think he's soft. I think he's injury prone. I think there's a difference too. He's had a lot of injuries come his way, but he's come back from all of them.
Yeah.
So I don't think I mean, I've even called him soft, and I regret saying that he's soft. So hopefully he can come back tonight. Defense has been the problem all year, so I'm hoping he can help the back end there. watching their games, it's just like the same thing every time. You get in a pick and roll situation. Dwight Howard's played actually really well, but slow on his feet. You get a pick and roll. I mean, it's over. AD can move his feet and kind of can stay with guys because he's so athletic. So I'm hoping he can come back strong, and then LeBron just keep doing what he's doing. Russ has played a whole lot better. Malik Monk's played well. It's honest. They're scoring with the best of them all year. They have been. It's just defensively they're a little slow on their feet because they're old. So
Did you see the one tweet? It was like the Lakers losing graphics. They haven't shown Westbrook or LeBron in it, but they've shown Malik Monk like 10 times in it.
I didn't see that. But
why you got to do Malik Monk like that?
I know. Yeah, Leak's been great. Leak's been unbelievable. But that's all I had NBA wise. I am moving to Canada in a few years, so that's why the Raptors are my favorite team. Everybody. But do you guys have anything else to talk about today?
The Masters start next week, and I'll end on that.
Stop the episode there.
Yeah, stop it.
Anything from you, Conlon?
I don't think so.
Well, we thank you guys all for listening. Continue to subscribe and follow, and we'll see you guys next Friday.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys.